Hello. So this is the second series of History API. This is the second video of History API series. So in this video, I will cover history object and I will compare pushState and replaceState. So the setting is the same as before, and let me open 1.html with live server extension. Let me enlarge it. So let me open the console. Let me refresh it. And let me enlarge the console. And then I want to show you history object here. So if I type history, so you can see the object. The length means that the length of the history stack. So in this situation, it's 1, right? So let me move on page 2, page 3. And if I type history again, you can see the length is 3 now. And then let me show you what pushState is. So let me go to page 1 in a new tab. So the history stack is only page 1 now. And let me open the console. And then I will type history dot pushState and then all null and p1, which is short for page 1. If I enter this, you can notice it changed. The URL changed, but the page is same. It's still page 1. And if there is the back button is active right now, and if I go back, it's 1.html. And if we right click the forward button right now, it says page 1, but the URL is p1. So it is basically changing the URL, and the page is added to the history stack, but the content is not changed. So based on what I said, if I copy the URL and if I enter this URL, we cannot get p1. So it is just changing the URL. We are not making a new page. And then what else? pushState. New tab. Also, let me go to the new tab with page 1. It takes some time. And let me open the console. In pushState, if I type pushState null 2.html, will it change to page 2 or will I stay same? Can you guess? The answer is we are on the same page. So as I said before, it is just changing the URL. And then let me compare pushState and replaceState right now. So before that, I want to make the same situation like this. So let me explain. No, not the same situation. I have to make more. So history.pushState P2 is here. Pushstate P3 is here. And I'll open a new tab. And I will enter the same thing. History dot pushState null P1 P2 P3 P2, if you click the back button, P2 P1 HTML P2 P1 HTML. So let's go to P1 at each tab. So if I history.pushState P4 in page 1, please remember that not in P1, please remember that we're in P1. See what happens. So we're in P4 now, and if we go back, there's P1 and P1.html. So P2 and P3 is gone. But if I replace state, P4 in P1 in this situation, in this tab, see what happens. So there are the 4 button is activated, and the P2 P3 P2 P4 1.html. So P1 is replaced with P4. So that's the difference. So thank you for watching this video, and in the next video I will cover state and some examples.